Welcome back to Avalon and Ninth. Please make sure to subscribe, like, comment, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is another week in my ANN 7x9 planner, and I pulled out the June 2020 mystery kit. So this was the kit that was available during the month of May 1st to May 31st, and it was a library themed kit. So like book reading, library theme, all of that fun matter. And I knew that there was like some changes happening to like washi that I had done for a little bit, and I just wanted to make sure that I was not having the larger washi. That way if it was, I could know which side I needed to cut on. So, and I kind of skewed it a little bit there and tried to pull it up. I will say that as I was planning, that was the only incident that I had where it like slapped down and stuck to the paper. I had to readjust a couple of times during this spread, and those stickers came up great. So I'm just thinking it's sometimes how quickly it grabs the paper. I don't know. I'm not going to try and science my way through this. Anyways, so mystery kits change every month, obviously, and they are always exclusive art. I pick the color palettes, I pick the theme, I do all the designing, I talk with the artists, I pick, elements that I want to see. So this is all unique and different. What you will not get in the mystery kits is fashion girls. I don't do fashion girls. I want to say maybe there's only been a couple of times. Like, I wouldn't even be able to tell you how many times, because that's how many times there isn't fashion girls in my kits. They're not my thing. I know I've in the past, I'll use them from other shops, but that's probably because I have no more full boxes, and I really like to use 8 to 9 full boxes every week. That's just kind of my thing. So when I flipped it over, I had laid it on its corner, and I was like, oh no. But we're back at it. So I chose to use this kit not because we were like going to the library or anything this week, because that's not happening. I chose it because I love the colors, and I'm kind of willing fall here because I need some of the cooler weather. It's just been way too hot lately, like way too hot. So that's really what I wanted to use. But I mean, it's such a cute kit. I really absolutely adore our mystery kits. They are some of my favorite. They are jam-packed with stickers. Literally, the kit that I just showed you can give you at least 2 full weeks. And depending on your planning style, it could be a lot more. So, there's lots of stickers, which is really great if you like to match up your planners. If you have multiple planners and you like to match up the weeks. Mini kit is really great if you're very, very minimalistic. So anyways, I'll stop talking about the mystery kit and let's get into the plans. So Monday, mail drop. That's right. Went to drop off the mail, used the glitter header. I love that full box. The sticker I used to mark mail drop is from Stick With The Plan Co. It is kind of on the bigger end, but because, I think it works. I think it works out well. So full box, old school library card, like checkout boxes like that. So awesome. Love it. And then I needed to work on our inventory list. I needed to still conduct some inventory from the sale the week prior. Oh, goodness. The air just blew on me, and sometimes when I get so cold, I yawn, and like, it's crazy. Okay, anyways. And then I had to balance books. Pulled out a half box, not a half box, a half box to mark that it was print and cut day. I don't have any character stickers that really show like cutting. I did at one point, but they're more like towards the frustration side with the machines, which is normal. That's normal. So, but because I had a lot of printing and cutting to do, I just grabbed this sticker from Stick With The Plan Co. as well. That just has like piles of papers, because that's really kind of how it felt, and where she's like saying help. Yeah. So I just figured it was really perfect because we, meaning me, had a lot to go through. So, and then the kids had Taekwondo that evening, and I used the little Maddie character from the Penny Pages. Because this is the full kit version, it comes with 2 pages of full boxes. So you get a total of 18 full boxes in this mystery kit. That's a lot of boxes. This, there's a couple of double boxes, and I used them because I love the double boxes. So this was the first double box that I got, and it's the close-up of the scene area, especially like sitting down, because there's open books, and I wanted to add more books to the mix of everything. And then glitter headers, so definitely using a double box on Tuesday, and Wednesday was a little bit out of my norm, but completely fine. So I then on Tuesday had a lot of printing to do, so I marked that it was printing time and pull out my favorite printing sticker ever from Sweet Avis Paper. That is the perfect icon sticker that I always use to mark when it is printing time. It's just so dainty and cute, and I just love it. It's so cute. But anyways, and then I mark with one of these little checklist boxes that it is also cutting day. I really love the orange and the, like, it's not quite a yellow, but it's not quite a green. I don't know what color it is, but I really love those 2 colors in this kit. I think it brings just like focus, considering that the teal colors in here are like a teal and then a darker teal. So, and then obviously the browns, of course. But yeah, it was cutting day. Glitter header, and then another single box checklist to mark that I needed to do the Pumpkin Paper Co. custom wizard options. They didn't sell out. I got one finally this time and did one for me, and then they didn't sell out, and so I decided to do one for my daughter. So I think she'll be really excited for it. Okay, first off, no, she won't be that excited for it. I'll be that excited for it because I'll be able to use it to mark things in my planner for her. That's what I love. So Tuesday also marked day 1, which signifies that there's more days to come of computer problems. Like, to the point that I couldn't get files to open and cutters to not work. It was day 1 of that. So I got through Tuesday just fine. I did get some news on Tuesday that kind of put me in a little bit of a different mood. So that obviously was not cool. But yeah, that sticker there was from Once More with Love. And then I definitely needed some me time. And so I used a bath sticker from Happy Daya to mark that. So we'll just say that this last week was just not a great week. And yeah, and you'll see as we go along. So had a doctor's call on Wednesday the 12th at 11. The doctor called. My phone rang twice. I answered it. She hung up on me. So because I don't have the number to the direct doctor's office because they don't want people calling, I waited for her to call back. She never called back. But because I can access my notes online for what she said, she said that she tried to call and that I would have to reschedule or get another referral. I was mad, you guys, because I always have my phone with me and I have an Apple Watch, so it buzzes on my wrist as well. There was no reason for that. Come to find out, this is the only provider that has open appointments. All the other providers are booked, which tells me either 1, this provider is new, or 2, nobody wants her. So I called and I complained to the front office. They said she was going to give me a call later on that day. She never did. So on Thursday, I'm jumping ahead real quick. Anyways, I call them back. I say, I want you to reschedule the appointment because I was here. She failed and I want it to be with a different provider. They accommodated me. Thank you. So, because it was a very important doctor's call and now I have to wait longer. So that's why I'm a little frustrated. So yeah, I marked that the doctor hung up on me, and that was with Bubblemon Stickers Co. And then I marked again that it was day number 2 of computer problems. I had severe computer problems, like to the point that I couldn't get any files to open. And I decided, in the research, I figured that it was probably because of my operating system. So I went ahead and I updated my operating system, and that we just had a snowball effect at that point happen. So I marked that head hitting the wall once more with love, because that's really, really how I felt. And then I was just finally done. After all the doctor stuff and waiting around all day, because I was like, okay, I'm going to focus on the other things. And she never called me back. I was just done. And the daughter had dance that day, and my kids had taekwondo that day, which obviously I didn't have any room to ride. So today was canceled. I didn't go back to bed, but today was canceled. Moving on to Thursday. Day 3, you guys. Day 3 of tech problems happening. Like, when I say this was a bad week, it was a bad week. I couldn't get cutters to cut right. I couldn't, when I say cut right, there was no amount of unplugging, redoing all of this. I couldn't get the computer to open up files again. And this computer is not a computer that's used with a whole bunch of stuff. So there was just, I don't know what was happening. So I erased everything. I reset to factory settings on this computer. Still no problems. Still have problems. No luck was happening. It was insanity. And my husband can attest to you that the amount of words that came out of my mouth to express my frustration was immensely high. Immensely high. And so I couldn't do anything. So I'm sitting here printing. And then my printer, one of my printers, decides to have printhead problems. And the printhead is completely broken now. And so that printer is now out of commission. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. The amount of tech happening. And then starting on Wednesday was when I started getting all these scam phone calls saying that my iCloud account has been breached, which has been a disgusting amount of phone calls. So to say that technology has not been good, which, by the way, my account has not been breached. It's a complete scam to try and get my private information to, hack my identity. And so, yeah, not going to happen. Anyways, that day 3 up at the top was Fox and Cactus. I did attempt to cut, but was not having any luck. Went ahead and put this full box down that says, "Don't judge a book by its cover." Sticky note, my favorite stickers in the world, with a once more with love, because I was like, fine, if this tech isn't going to work for me, I'm going to work on other stuff. So worked on a voiceover, because that's all I could muster at that point, was that, to get a video up on Friday. And then my daughter had her second dance class of the week that evening, and then the kids decided to do a movie night. So that was exciting. They had fun. I didn't, because I didn't watch the movie, because I was still trying to get things to work over here. So, Friday, marked that it was cutting day. The cutters are still not working. I'm having nothing but problems. And at this point, I'm going, how can I fix this? I have still stock that needs to be cut so that I can fulfill orders. And I'm at a stopgap. This was not supposed to be the week that everything went bad, and it did. So there's my grin and bear to mark. I'm waving the white flag, because I don't know what to do at this point. Don't know what to do. So shut everything down. It's maybe they need a day of rest. I don't know. If any of you deal with multiple silhouette cutters, you know that sometimes just letting them rest for a couple of days makes them happy things again. So decided to just kind of work on planners and teach my oldest how to coil them properly, so that, one, they're not tearing papers and he's not dinging things up. And then that way, that's one job that he can have, so that when they're stacked and ready to go, he can just coil them, and then it's easy for me to just, finish off the coiling. So I used a little sticker from Fox and Cactus to mark that, because it was a joyful experience. It really was a joyful experience, you guys. He did very, very well. So I've got a new person to help me with planners. Maybe not printing and cutting and all that stuff, but at least he knows how to coil them. And then I needed to order ink that day. We have a third printer that I have here that I'd really like to put into commission to help with the printing aspect. And I needed to order ink for that so that we could start putting that into commission. And then I really love these squared boxes like that. They're some of my favorite. I'm like squared third boxes with lines. Like, they're just loving them. Anyways, it was the Shop Owners Live for TPC sale that evening. And that was fun. Always is. Any live with Caitlin and it is always fun. But it was nice to chat with other shop owner friends in the comments section and stuff. So, yeah. Moving on to Saturday. That morning, the two of my boys had Taekwondo graduation. I was able to lift this up just fine. It lifted up like a breeze. It was great. Anyways, they had graduation. I have one kid who has graduated to a blue belt, and one kid who has graduated to a brown belt, and then I'll have a third child who graduates to a green belt here soon. So they're all moving along. I cannot believe we're on the upper end of getting towards black belts. Like, that's absolutely insane. So that little sticker there is from Ohana's Story, and then this is where I decide to put in another double box over the weekend, and everything. And then I just grabbed my Weekend Adventures banner and put it down over the washi on the bottom and placed it crooked because that's what I do. It's just crooked, like whatever. And then time to cut. So I'd let them the machine sit all day Friday until I got home that afternoon after running errands and stuff after Taekwondo graduation. Time to cut. Still problems, you guys. Still problems. Like, okay, this computer is out of commission. I pull out an old computer that just recently decided to stop using. Move that in here, get it all set up. The cutters are working just fine. So it is something with this new operating system and the new software that you can, or even the older versions of the software that you can get, that is causing something to happen. It could be that I don't have like enough RAM on this computer, because it is just a laptop. That could very well be what it is. So I will have to play around with some of my other newer computers to see if maybe that's a problem, if they do just fine. But needless to say, back in action. So I was able to cut again on Saturday, which was great. So that little sticker to show my happiness was from Fox and Cactus. And then I paid bills that evening and used a sticker from Bubblemon Stickers Co. to mark that. I woke up in a good mood on Sunday, you guys. I was bound and determined to have Sunday be a good day. Because after having the week that I've had, it couldn't go on. I was getting frustrated that every day I was like, okay, today's going to be a better day. And then it just always went to just poop. And so I don't know if it was because moving the computer around just put me in a better mood. I don't know what it was, but I woke up in a good mood on Sunday morning. I got up, I got showered, I had breakfast, clipped dog's toenails, which was an adventure in and of itself, and I went to IKEA. Oh, that celebration bear going on there, that is from Bare Necessities Sticker Co., I think it is. It'll be marked in the description box down below. That's how I think it is. I stopped looking at the names of shops when I pull them out, so I sometimes forget if I don't use these stickers. Anyways, went to IKEA. That was absolutely insane on a Sunday. I was wrapped around. There were so many people there, but I was able to get the things that I needed, which is great because now I get to start filming me putting together our new schoolroom because we moved the schoolroom, right? So I get to start filming that. Although I do have to pick up some stuff because it is kind of embarrassing to see the amount of garbage that is just around. Not really garbage, just the amount of mess. It's really, okay. So IKEA run, sticker there, courtesy of the Coffee Monsters Co. I was like, you know what? I'm going to knock out some filming. That's what I'm going to do. And so I filmed a couple of spreads to get me back up and running, and that was from Stick with the Plan Co. right there. And then I worked on the schoolroom, and will continue to work on the schoolroom all this upcoming week to get us where we need to go. And that sticker there was from Happy Dia. And then I marked with the little single box checklist that it was time to prep next week. Let's move on to the sidebar, y'all. So this was a little bit of an interesting thing in doing the sidebar, and something that I've noticed. In order to make it so that your headers are perfectly in between those lines, where that full box is actually kind of needs to be bumped up just a little bit. And so, which, as I'm looking at it, like right now, I actually did not line it up correctly with the bottom line of that full box, and it is off because I can see the black line at the top and on the right, so I did not put it where it was supposed to go. Hence the reason why my headers ended up being all skewed this time, but that's okay. So I decided to mark this week with everything going on as shenanigans, because that's what was happening. This week was just a bunch of shenanigans. Shenanigans a lot that happened through Tuesday through Saturday that really made me mad. But anyways, we had Taekwondo, I had work, dance and Taekwondo, dance, work, and then errands. And then I decided to mark the Happy Mail that I was going to be getting in this last week because I supported some of my fellow shop owners during the TPC sale. And they're quick. Like, okay, y'all raise the bar. I'll get there. I'll get back up there. I was supposed to be up there until all this computer stuff happened. And that is why I build in a buffer in my processing times. Because it isn't a matter of if it happens, it's just a matter of when. And it was just not happy, you guys. Can you hear it in my voice? But we're good. We're going to have a better week now that the cutters are working great. We're going to knock stuff out this next week. Like, knock it out. So that was my Happy Mail list of all the shops that came in. Used a full box, one last glitter header right there to seal up that area. Could have moved the full box down a little bit more, but that's it. I love how this turns out. It is beautiful. We'll see you guys. Bye.